just realized my audio was still muted. That music is probably way louder than me. Anyone's in the chat, do let me know how the audio levels sound. Yeah, okay. So today's stream, Parables of the Remnant issue 7, no, issue 4, Inspired Game Development. Run this from the beginning to the very end. I might have to experiment with setting this mic under because I don't think this way my current mic setup is it doesn't sound 100%. Is there any way I could bring this back any closer to me without putting it in front of my screen too much? Okay, so I want to start this from the very beginning. Just here, I figured out what was causing the issues last time. Today is to get from the beginning to the end without breaking. What's up with that one? Back as well. And do some more pop-ups, so I'm telling the player what they should do next. I want to check what my mic audio levels look like though. Looks like the desktop audio is competing with me. So YouTube balance is never... It feels a bit loud. Anyone's in chat, you can let me know how it sounds. I'm actually gonna pull it up on my end now. We'll be quiet for a bit. Saying some random words and stuff just so I could hear what it sounds like through my buds. So mute this. Come across here. Okay, welcome to the stream, everyone. Today we are continuing our development of a little top-down shooter game inspired by Parables of the Remnant issue 4 from Grok Comics. called the Remnant. Hey, that's streaming on. Is that? Oh yeah, that was some kid then. I know. I don't wear costume. Yeah, there's no video not removing that bedroom bounce as it says. Yeah,
The custom jewelry, right?
costume.
Costume, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's big.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna up noise suppression stuff really good. But training, maybe I might just need a new mic. Maybe it's the extra noise suppression from OBS. That no, I lied. That I don't even have noise suppression on that. Yeah, it's too low. Oh, I think my headphone the wide audio. I was going into OBS. Whoops. Hey, how's this? I'll give it a little bit more gain. Is that too much? It feels a little bit too much. Oh, let's see. Let me see what songs your stream. Okay, I'm good now. How I song? I really talk like under your breath with this. It knocks it out, and I have like a lot of background noise right now. Okay, so my goal right now is to run through this thing from beginning to end without needing to cheat and pull up but from being trapped. Nice. Section 1 works. anyone's in chat, you can start the counter. I gotta back it, step away from the desk for a second. This thing needs to stop touching. Fully back now. Praise King Jesus. Hey man, how you doing? Hope you had a good week. Mr. Dash right. It was good. I finished off simple. Right now we're getting closer to finishing off this game completely. All the main code works. And then I started doing some other stuff. Okay. And I appreciate your comments as much as I think you appreciate my my content. I really appreciate your interactivity. I never saw you, I remember you said you did art. You had your own art and you draw your own stuff. Let me show you actually. I actually got one of the adventure comic book stuff to make my comic. Yeah. I mean, the whole like covering comic stuff, other than like just my conviction towards some of Marvel's stories, especially ones from the authors and they that was just on a warpath against God. Is because like you often hear that there's only all Christian entertainment is bad, cheesy, and cringy, and there's no like good ones out there. And I was searching for like a while, and it just so happened to turn out that there's some really good stuff out there. Yeah, citizens over countries overwhelming. Yeah. Because I mean, like, people often get the wrong perspective to like my content. Because I remember the other day I had someone who's like, okay, this mic is speaking. Yeah. That I like the social initiative for an idea. They brought Mephisto into Fortnite. That I'm like against like all entertainment and it's first like run away from entertainment. But no, my perspective is to really use the tools and make things that edify God. Now, thanks, man. Yeah, let me know if I usually when I like I listen to live streams when I'm talking off the cuff. I tend to talk pretty fast in my just natural accent. So if there's any point you don't anytime I'm talking too fast, just let me know. That's nice. I know people like especially like from the Caribbean at least tend to let like I don't know like if you because like for me I could actually say statistically for the channel in particular there's like under 100 people of over the 60 I think the channel has over 60 well 600,000 views. There's probably like under 100 comments of people complaining about the accent. Usually, like with like especially Caribbean people try to do YouTube, they try to like alter the accent and this and the other, but it's just like majority of the time, this is like a small. I just say my experience. It's like less than 1% of the audience that come across my videos are like, dude, your accent is too fast. I don't understand anything you're saying. Why don't you? Yeah, Trinidad. Between some, yeah, you are correct. Between Jamaica and Barbados, geographically, you would say. The island that looks like a boot. Oh. Section 4. As intended. That's awesome, man. I always tell people don't be ashamed of it. That's one of the cool things for me personally. She has like someone who does YouTube and well, I work with the international team as well. Is don't be ashamed of the accent, no matter like where you're from. Like obviously be courteous, of course. Be courteous, because like especially when you have like people who are where English is their second language, so you can't. It's not being courteous if you're just gonna like if you have a fast accent and English is your second language and you're speaking at the like just the full speed of your natural accent and they're only getting every like 15th word that you're saying. The stuff where people like adopt an entire like different like a completely different accent. And not like there's not a case of where they there's not a case where they're like like born one place and there for like 20 years, so yeah, obviously will naturally just take that. It's like people who just change the accent because of like peer pressure and pay and those kind of things. But then again, I am speaking from my anecdotal experience. I know everything, those things are really subjective. I have a channel where most people, well, I wouldn't say luckily, probably blessed in a sense, where most people like don't have an issue with my accent. But then there are those who like with different accents, probably accent like mine, and then it's a big problem. Yeah. So right now with the game, I have finished with the systems, in the sense of how I want the game to play out. It is working from the spawn all the way to the very end. The environment, I am most satisfied with the environment. It matches how my adaptation of the events from the comic. I was tripping myself up because I was listening back to myself on stream to hear how it's singing. So I couldn't really. Yeah. So it matches how I wanted to adapt the comic, these panels of the comic. Oh no, that's not you, that's me. I was just doing some mic level tests on the stream before we started. So I wanted to make sure that it was good. So I had like my wireless buds in one ear and then the music and stuff in the next. So every time I say a sentence I'll hear it back again and my brain was funking out. But we are good now. Where it is, Remnant issue. Yeah, that's Flameshot, yeah. So I just put that up because I'm going through my documents. I don't want to accidentally leak something of importance. But what else is this? Okay, yeah. So, last year, I think I'm wrong this time. Yeah, have to make sure. So just like rubbing behind the scenes screen. Yeah. So last year wrong this time was like, this was when I was initially, when we first started doing, putting it together. I think now I'm justified. So as you see, according to our little, yeah, it's like that is like the premium. That's the premium Microsoft Paint concept art. Yeah, this is this is the concept art for the game. Just so that I know what I was gonna do. Just to make sure to remind myself of how I was gonna bring it together. So I put or if I see this in a comic, and I mean it depends. It obviously depends on it depends on the context that I see it in the comic. Especially with my art scale, I don't even come anywhere near to the art scale I judge the comics with. But yeah, so this is where we start off. So start them off on a beach. Hopscotch of Destiny, pretty much, yeah. So as the comic did, we start them off on the beach. It's like doing some little punchy, cutting up the windows. Hope it doesn't get too small. Yeah. So the comic starts off started with Flameshot and they starting off on the beach. So I decided for the adaptation I would like start them on this beach. And then just put this dropship there because I liked it from the pack I had. And then it went that they were kind of going through this jungle. Well, going through this jungle, going towards this facility, which is Robotron's secret facility in the comic. So I set up this big facility hidden in, not really hidden too much, because even in the comic it was revealed that it wasn't really hidden, it was cloaked. I just say this was not on images we took from our satellite. He must be using some kind of cloaking technology. So then I put it like cover them in a make it so, and I personally love linear games. I'm not really a big okay, I lie. My favorite sprawling open world game, surprisingly, is Lego Marvel Superheroes from 2013. I like double platinum that game. That is actually one of my favorite like world designs for my favorite world designs. When it comes to open world designs, that's my favorite. But I like the linear games, like the like old school Jack and Dexter, PS2 era, PS3 kind of like hack and slash style games where it's just like the pathway is super linear. That's where I get my Oblivion. You know, I've actually never played Skyrim. I think eventually I played because there's a lot of like subs on channel that have Skyrim. I actually like it within the Discord server. So I can buy Skyrim from time to time. I think I might take a dabble with it once it doesn't overspike my conviction. But yeah, so we set up the I just set them like they're going through a forest with like a forest and a kind of grassland patch with a lot of patchy grass areas, and each step of the way puncher, as in like the I had to look it up, as in like those old school Metal Slug style games. Oh yeah, I love those kind of games. I mean, I am dating myself. I am games that played those in the arcade and in the there were those free. Yeah, there were those. Well, whatever games you come across on PS Plus in that style. I probably never played, and I've actually never played like the old school ones. So stuff like is this one? I'm 43. Yeah, I've dated myself. I'm 23. So like it's like 2 decades apart. I don't know if you know this would be like games that adapted those in the modern time that came out on like PS4. But yeah, I like top-down games a lot. And top targeting. I was a big MOBA guy for a while. I haven't played them in a while, but I was a big MOBA guy. And top-down shooters. So then they continue through, and they just get a lot of as they continue through, we got a lot of like resistance from the bots, and I just set up I've made 4 types of enemies. So you have, because one of the main things with it is Flameshot gets shot and gets put down, and I do not know how currently at my current knowledge level I did not want to take the that approach of having where some kind of like down and out feature just like this. I didn't see it as necessary to implement for this. I didn't want to implement it for this, to be very honest with you. So instead of having like a down and out feature, I limit Flameshot's gun where you only have a certain amount of ammo with it, and in an adaptation of that, because I find, like, me personally, I find Kaylee and Alex in Remnant a Christian couple of goals. At least they are the best Christian fictional couple of all the stories that I've read and covered on the channel, which I think is over 66 faith-based comics. So to keep like that dynamic of them, like they are the Christian missionary duo, when and to encourage people to use Kaylee as much as Flameshot, because like people would just be drawn to the flamethrower and just only use the flamethrower. It only has a certain amount of ammo, but the more you eliminate with Kaylee's gun, the faster the recharge rate on his flamethrower goes. Because the reason why I did that as well is because the main, I think this is me just spoilers. Well, you probably binge watched some of the reviews. If you haven't read the comic, I'm sorry, this is a big spoiler warning. But in the comic, Flameshot gets shot by one of the robots, and he has to sit out for a while. So the Kaylee went forth and finished the main objective, which was to take down the facility, while he stayed back in the cave. And I don't know if he has regeneration. I don't think they have regeneration. Some Remnant characters have regeneration. Have like self-healing capabilities. But since he was shot down and out, I skewed it in a way where majority of like the main game objectives resolve around Kaylee. I'm not sure what I mean. In a bit. So she went forth and destroyed the reactor, and I really like this page. This page was actually the one that really like, okay, Evans David writing kind of slaps. He's like, his writing is kind of like really, really good. And I need to like go on whatever his like comic hold, whatever he has out there, and I was like, oh yeah, Evan is like, in my opinion, he is the best panel to panel dialogue of the comics I've covered so far within the entertainment space. He is second to none currently. The next person who come probably closest to him was Don Perkage and the Distant Thunder story that he did. That was really good. But Evan's dialogue is second to none currently of the books I've covered on the channel. So Kaylee went forth and finished the mission, all while and I find it was just funny how Flameshot had to stay back and he was praying for his wife as she went forth towards take down the sentries and everything, and she took down the reactor, and that is where we are at in the game right now. The final couple pages of the comic, how I adapted it, because instead of Kaylee and Alex instead of anyone going down, you would see as play through this here. So Alex activates. You have to activate the elevator, and then it goes up. And what I'm doing tonight is figuring out where I need to put prompts, because I run in this because I created everything. Like, this project started on a 1x1 cube in darkness, and I made everything, so I know where everything is. But when I put this on itch for free download for everyone to download it, people wouldn't know exactly certain things that I know. So now that I've finished all the base code, iron out a couple bugs that I know I have to work on. Now it's like figuring out where to put prompts on. Okay, go this way, or go that way, or kind of like put paint on the walls on where people should go. So on this side, you have bots that only Pinkspade could kill. I set them to be flameproof. So you have flameproof bots, but you also have bulletproof bots. And you're also gonna start changing out the textures, the actual models as well. I'm gonna get someone to do models roughly in the likeness of the characters, so that I can have it in the game for December. And on this side, you have this side is This side is Alex. And then after you take down both pillars, then this elevator will start working. The system I followed did have an armor system, but the way how Remnant weapons work, they don't have armor. So staying true to it, staying true to that aspect of the Remnant is why I put is why Kaylee has infinite ammo, because there's many cool things with Remnant on their source of like technology and whatnot. To my knowledge, their weapons don't have ammo. At least most of Kaylee's stuff, she doesn't have. They don't reload. At least in most of the panels, because I believe a lot of it is explained away with Raytheon and Tech9 being this billionaire Christian billionaire duo that make all their technology. Because the suits are actually bulletproof as well. At least it was explained like that in one of the comics. Metal that an angel bring to Grok from heaven. Yeah, they have tech money. Yeah, they have like, they're kind of like, I don't know if that was the inspiration, because I know like Remnant, I don't know who the inspiration for it is, but they basically like Elon Musk level tech geniuses in the Remnant. But they're like Christian guys. Now, I'm saying that in a way that I can't say that is the source of inspiration for them. Because I know with Bill, the characters of the Remnant span back to when he was a kid. And like, yeah, I think he's the same age as Elon Musk. So I don't think Elon Musk was like was the inspiration for those guys. Just to draw proof of reference. Chill milk in the chat. What you're doing, but no allow me to see you. This guy Dash is one of my few IRL like in real life friends that so this is the final elevator, mimicking the final part of the final page of the comic where she blows up the where she blows up the reactor. I try to get an asset. That was like similar to it. It does have like some dirt glitch I have to just take out because this is being like magnified when you get a certain distance away from it. But I take this as my reactor for mimicking what was in the comic. We probably add some like electricity particles and stuff in it. And then when you blow this up, and after you blow this up, you get the game over. Now for difficulty, instead of giving like the health aspects, what I want to do, which is what I want to show tonight as well. Oh, and this actually takes you to the takes you directly to purchase the comic. Yeah, so when I was doing the so when I was doing this the Fortnite game dev stream, he was the guy who's like, I don't know if you found the channel while I was doing that, because that was like early last year. But he was like, if anyone ever plays the IQ, a lot of people complain still to this day on how you hit the and probably I could just get the video. on the Fortnite game, the game we made in Fortnite. Yeah, the game we made in Fortnite. There's a point in it where you have to like go out and find the. Yeah, there's a point in it where you like where we hit the arm of God, and he hit it. He like set him to hide it throughout, and a lot of people were complaining on they were too hidden.
This path that you are on leads to the fortress where the mighty weapons of warfare are hidden.
You know, I think it would have been a good marketing push while during that where Christian parents are outraged about the people being able to sell the whole like Mephisto thing. I think I should have pushed the game. It's just that I genuinely don't keep up with I don't keep up with those outrage things. After 2022, with what I did with the channel, I don't keep up with a lot of the outrage things. To be honest, like there was a nexus point for me. Axe, where it is like it got to the point where yeah, evil people doing evil things. In other words, anyway, like that I think that news anchor meme was like, oh no, that's horrifying. Anyway, so back to this. It's like they were always doing those stuff for the longest while. Like, yeah, wicked people like people who are based on all sort of moral structures deciding to do those kind of things is like, oh, okay then. That's how I feel towards it. Actually, I feel like what was it? I could pinpoint. I think it was like this video. After that video, I was fully tapped out of like Marvel for a while. Comics and all those kind of like outrage things for a while. But then after I started to like realizing that it's not because then the thing is like people like generalize it. It's kind of like with generalize it, which is with entertainment, where because one company does something stupid, therefore all entertainment is demonic, bad, and evil, and then because Christians like ran away from entertainment for so long, now it's just like everything that coming out of the forefront is coming from that moral perspective. That's coming out from that moral perspective, and now is like trying to get that alternatives. Alternatives in the market is the best way to put it. If that tangent made sense. Yeah, so overly logic works, and yeah, exactly. Because anything about it too, I know Bill Roth, like the remnant of the remnant. He said it best on it is like that's my personal opinion. Everything of course everything I say is my personal opinion. But one of the main issues I have when people particularly people who are so loud about the outrage is they never champion solution. And in my opinion, there's a difference between like it's one thing to like identify a problem, but you never want to like provide a solution. Because then there was an aspect of it where it's like, oh well, no Christian entertainment is like good or everything is too cheesy or whatnot. But there is solid stuff out there, and with the solid stuff out there, people either like what they were like they would willingly spend 24 however much money for like because modern entertainment today is sometimes you like forget to realize that streaming services and those kind of things is actually a luxury. Well, actually, video games, like the amount of money spent on video games and those kind of those things are luxury, not a necessity. And they will spend so much money on these things that are a luxury that they then get outraged about. But the solid God breathed like things where people like you could tell that yeah, this is like this person like prayed on their project and everything, and it's like God is behind this and everything. They were like just not even like bat their eye at it. They'd be like, oh, that's what I'm doing. They were like, oh, let me run the clip. Yes, you're very passionate about this. You know? the clip, the clip from the podcast with Bill. I just gonna just run this first couple of minutes. The first 30 seconds of that podcast. They'll roll up this part.
And I'm like, what's going on? Why are Christians not supporting this stuff?
Yeah, man.
There's some quality books out there. And I don't know. I Christians just don't want to support it for one reason or another. And it blows my mind. I can't really fault a non-Christian company for not having a Christian's best interest at heart. So people will go to outrage about these things and oh, they're just making everything gay and everything woke and there's no like they taking God out of it. And I'm just like, well, over here you that like I compiled an entire 37 set of comics, not just Remnant, from all over. That to me is solid, sound edification. And I'm like, well, you see, I don't really have the $5 to really put in to that. And I'm just like, fam, don't stop complaining. You have no right to complain if you don't want to be a part of the solution.
That is my personal perspective that I stand 10 toes down on business on. If you're just gonna complain and not like at least like provide a solution or work towards a solution, it's like you enjoy being in the mess in a sense. That's my like just picking up the car. Get the music back running again. I was able to run from point A all the way to point B without issue. So next on the list is widget pop-ups. That's what I want to do next. So for this section, Ah, I know how to do it. In the sequencer, that's all. The first I wanna, so let's set that up. That's what we're listening. Let's set up all the pop-ups. So set up enemies with Pinkspade recharges Flameshot's flame meter. Yes. Ah, right. We made these in Photoshop. So let's open up Photoshop. What's up, Corbin? How was your week, my guy? Someone already made Remnant. I think he did a pretty good job with it. Oh geez, Corbin, you tripping brain. You said what you said. I know I was gonna type something, but the first thing that hit my mind, oh, Remnant movie. Okay, that's it. So now I type in someone into my thing. Okay, some was what I wanted, not someone. I personally think, I mean, I love the Remnant, but I personally think there needs to be a lot more story development before it could be sustained as any kind of, before any proper adaptation can be done on the Remnant. The Remnant isn't ready for any kind of media adaptation that probably isn't a video game, whether it be movie or TV series, in my opinion. For where it is currently, it can't. I personally don't think it could sustain any kind of media adaptation other than a video game, probably. And maybe I said video game because of personal bias, because I would love to make a video game in the style of old school. I keep saying old school, not really that old, but in the style of Ultimate Alliance for the Remnant. That's like one of my personal life goal desires, especially with my own game dev company. I'm not video game will go hard, but TV and animated adaptation, there needs to be more story direction before any like sustainable media adaptation can be done. That isn't comics or that isn't comics and video games, in my opinion. Because Remnant has a lot of books, they have a lot of characters, but they don't have a lot of actual moving the needle forward story. There's a lot of world building. I love the Remnant's world building, but there isn't much. There's only like 4 actual issues. There's only 4 issues in the story. There's only 4 like of the mainline story issues that actually like move the story forward. Because I think with the Remnant, even though it's been out for like, I think it's been out for 6 years or whatnot, canonically in the universe, it's only been 3 months of actual universe development within like in universe, to my knowledge. So a lot of the Remnant stories I've reviewed all, and I actually have access to the back and back end stuff with comics and stuff. A lot of these stories have I'm not talking about future ones. I don't read it. I don't read it any of this stuff, even though I have access to it. I don't read it until it is published. But a lot of this stuff a lot of these stories with the Remnant in particular. Yeah, a lot of the stories with the Remnant. The Remnant is very wide, but it isn't very deep, in my opinion. Or is that the terminology used for that? Yeah, there's a lot of awesome characters, and a lot of awesome stories, but those stories are... The Remnant is very anthological. So if you're doing more like an anthological type of series, where it isn't really, launching towards like old school cartoons, to say the least. Stuff like Adventure Time. That's a wrong example, but cartoons where, in essence, the universe resets every episode, kind of stuff. I think it would do well in that way. But you take the characters and you put them on their own like missions. Because a lot of the Remnant comics feel like mission log number whatnot than actual a full-fledged episode by episode story. You understand what I mean, right, Corbin? Like don't get like I would be. I think I would probably watch every single showing of a Remnant movie. But currently, with the story currently is that it would have to. It's one of the things where the story would have to like veer, or kind of like try to like cram a lot of development into it in a short span of time for it to really be a fleshed out film movie. And things adaptations like that often tends to break the property that is the forefront of adaptation, that is being adapted. Because then there's a lot of sensibilities about what they were like doing that gets thrown out. So good. But about this, right? So doing tooltips, right? Just like because now that I finished, the code works. Amen. The everything we did for the past year works. It goes from beginning to end. So doing tooltips, right? And you know this section of the game right here. I forgot. It's part what trying to do, trying to like make it immersive in the sense of it's not just like, oh, do this. It's kind of like keeping it to an essence of like not just like telling them what to do, even though that's what they're doing, of course, but kind of like giving them like guidance, kind of advice. The idea I have in my head is that Tech 9 of the Remnant is giving them some kind of like what they learn on the mission debriefing kind of vibes. That's it, kind of like 10 times. But I'm trying to put a pop-up here on how to let people know that when they reach this point is to destroy the generators. Pop up after they defeat all the enemies, telling them to destroy the generators. And I think I want to say, be sure to something like short circuiting the generators would I don't know, destroying the generators would short circuit the gate for the path. Maybe I should ask ChatGPT. I don't know. Trying to word it. Don't know if you have any like anything that comes to mind. Check it out. Destroy the generators, the short circuit, the satellite, and surrounding gates. Further into the fortress. Yes. Yeah. That's what it is. Destroy the generators, the short circuit, the satellites, and surrounding gates, which lead further into the fortress. Make sure that I spell circuit correctly. I circuit, right? And no, that's not circuit. Is that the right spelling? Spelling rough. Yeah. Never be too sure. Oh no, disable. Let's try disable. Disable make more sense. So so okay, so some sentries are invincible to Pinkspade's bullets and can be taken down by Flameshot flames. Some sentries are invincible to Flameshot flames but can be taken down by Pinkspade's bullets. That's not the lights correct, yeah. Piece by piece. Yeah, tonight I'm just gonna do the text aspects. And I kind of wanna play some Destiny with my brother before he has to go down for work and stuff. Yes, I have no shame. I've been enjoying it a lot. I like that. Holy Spirit. Destroy the gen field. Oh, and you know what? I just got an idea to try. You know what I could do? If instead of these metal things, so cool. What would I use for that? Instead of like just these metal walls, if I could get a force field. Uh, you're having fab. I don't have fab on this. That just gave me an idea. Um. What can I look for? Something that's holographic. Nah, that'll look good. Kind of cool. But not what I want. What do I have in my vault that could probably work like that? This has to have some kind of like hologram. Not have any hologram thing, man. No, that's normal. Ah, what do you call that? Oh, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I'll figure it out for next week. Do I do Photoshop? 4-bit. Gosh, that's it for tonight's stream. Yeah, that's snapping. That's yeah. I'm very satisfied with where we are at. It's coming together really nicely. Might stream this week though, during the week. Once I don't have like a hard workout day. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, have a blessed week coming up. Bye guys. See you next week Sunday or some surprise stream. Not too sure on that yet.